The information presented in this content is alleged and has not been confirmed by official authorities at this time. This discussion is based on publicly available information, reports, and personal opinions. I strongly encourage viewers, readers to conduct their own research and seek credible sources for verification. I do not intend to spread misinformation, cause harm, or make definitive claims regarding any individuals or situations. All parties are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Viewer reader discretion is advised. The new audio you are about to hear contains shocking allegations about what may have really happened to Naziah Harris. According to this claim, her own aunt Shannon was allegedly responsible for her death by striking her in the head with a heavy object. This horrifying accusation suggests that Shannon discovered Naziah was pregnant by her boyfriend Jarvis Butts and reacted in a violent and fatal manner. These allegations are heartbreaking and infuriating. If this is what truly happened, it shows the extreme lengths people went to in order to cover up the truth and silence Naziah forever. Shannon and Jarvis were trusted figures in her life, yet instead of protecting her, they allegedly betrayed her in the worst possible way imaginable. This case continues to unravel with more disturbing details coming to light, and it's crucial that we continue to push for justice. We need answers. We need accountability. We need to make sure this young girl's story is never forgotten. Let's take a listen to this new audio, and I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe these allegations? What do you think really happened to Naziah? Let's talk about it. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more updates on this case and other important stories. Stay tuned, and let's continue the fight for justice for Naziah. Peace. I'm out.
You gave that to her, you know what I'm saying, and try to do whatever. To go back around and try to get rid of the baby. You gave that to her, you know what I'm saying, and try to do whatever he could do. She was feeling sick or whatever. Alright, so he gets in the car, drops her off to go back home. Alright, when she gets out to go home, she go in the house. Shannon didn't get into it with her. They didn't call and see if she was at Jarvis' house because Shannon already knew she was at Jarvis' house because she called to get directions earlier that day while she was at school. So once she get back, they get to fussing at her for going up to Jarvis' shop and calling fast and this and that. Then it all came out, you know, confirming that she was pregnant, was Jarvis' baby, and Shannon lost it. Shannon lost it real bad and jumped on Naziah, beating her, hitting her in the head with some object right there in their house that they overlooking, and killed Naziah because she was already probably having complications. Remember, from whatever they've been giving her to try to get rid of the baby. Remember, she was sick earlier that day and on the floor. Instead of them calling the nurse, they called the counselor. School failed her. So once Shannon beats on it, she passes out. She dies right there. So they panic. So they get her, the twin sister help Shannon get her into the mama car, and they go and meet Jarvis. Meet Jarvis out there by where the other girlfriend lives. And Jarvis was going to all these different houses at his different girlfriend house, establishing his alibi. Because he knew what had happened between her and Shannon. That he had nothing to do with it, but knew that he was also the last person seen with her and probably would be questioned too about her being unalive. So once Shannon and the sister go out there to meet them out there, they get rid of the body, right? So once they get rid of the body, he tell them, you know, bring some extra clothes or whatever. So they get rid of the body and they throw those extra clothes out, which is working. And I don't understand how that's working, you know, because we know what she had on the day of school. We know what she left, got off the bus with, the clothes she had on. But they threw out some different clothes with limited amount of blood and stuff on it. Why? Because they only took the jacket off of her, and probably some other shoes and stuff that was already in the house. But she's still buried in what we saw her in, which is that colorful jacket, them jeans, and some other shoes, wherever she is. And I don't think she buried nowhere where she can't be found because they somewhere else and make people go search and and convict him of the murder, and he see the difference between the time. Remember, his lawyer said they're not going to contest and fight the fact that he had inappropriate relations with her. Okay, go ahead and bound it over. But what we are fighting is the murder. Why? Because there's no body. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Now, you do know that Shannon and all of them have already made deals with the DA. Why? Because without Shannon, the mom, King, the fiance, without all those people, they would not have a case for murder against this young lady. So they pieced up parts of their statements and testimonies to present what it was they wanted to present to the court, that he was last seen with it and he's the one that killed him. But believe me, there's other text messages, all kind of messages in their phones that they took. But if they convict them and show that they are also guilty, then who would be on the stand and testify or could testify against Jarvis? Because they all could get up there and just plead the fifth, because they all are being charged. So therefore, they're letting them off and letting them go. They made a deal. They agreed to testify against Jarvis and say what it is that they want them to say. With in turn keeps them from being prosecuted and charged with anything. But trust me, they know exactly what happened. They know exactly what happened to her. But they want to get Jarvis and get Jarvis off the street, because they feel like he's the problem. He's the ringleader.